Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you today. The WNBA draft wrapped up. Golden State Valkyrie, we finally know their roster, and you can chalk them up already as 0 wins and 44 losses. One more time, folks. 0 wins and 44 losses. Folks, I want to know what the pool of players that the Golden State Valkyrie had to choose from. They end up with Monique Billings, Veronica Burton, Maria Conde, Temi Fagbenle, no, Carla Leite, Kate Martin, Kate Money Martin, yes, no longer on Las Vegas, Kate Money Martin in Golden State, Ileana Rupert, Stephanie Talbot, Kayla Thornton from the New York Liberty, Julie Van Loo, or as some people like to say, Julie Van Lowe. And then Cecilia Zandalicini, a few good role players all in their respective rights. Zandalicini, she was good for the Lynx. Van Lowe, she was a pretty good rookie for the Mystics. Kayla Thornton for the Liberty. Kay Martin for the Aces. Temi. Monique Billings. There are a few players on this team that can hoop, but how many games is this team really going to win? How many games is this team really going to win? And they don't even have the first, second. Who can they get? Folks, can we go back to the WNBA draft lottery? Can we just place Paige on this team? Can we just place Paige Beckers on this Golden State team? They need help already. Now they have tons of cap space. So, of course, 0 and 44 is a little bit tongue-in-cheek. They have tons of cap space, second in the league or first in the league, either behind Connecticut or right ahead of the Connecticut Sun. So they have more than enough payroll to go out and sign free agents. Not everybody that they drafted today is going to stay on their roster long term. That's already being talked about, that a good 2, 3, maybe 4 of the players they drafted today are going to end up getting released by the time free agency starts. So definitely a lot of questions still coming out post WNBA expansion draft. But we start looking at this team. This will be players' times to shine. Kay Martin, what do you got? Right? Kayla Thornton, what do you got? Stephanie Talbot, what do you got? Temi Fagbenle, what do you got? Carla Leite, what do you got? Ileana Rupert, what do you got? Zandalicini, what do you got? Again, this will be all these players' chances to carve out a nice role for them in the WNBA, as if these are the unwanteds, folks. This is a team of the undesirables. It is what it is. The undesirables. I think the WNBA needs to redo how they do the expansion, how they do the draft lottery on years where the expansion draft's taking place. Because for them to have pretty much the worst of the throwaways of the teams, no disrespect to Temi, I love you. Temi, I love you. No disrespect. But to have a roster consisting of the 6th through 12th player on each team, when it comes to a combination of where you are now in your career, where you will be in a few years in your career, putting all things in its proper perspectives, right? Talent, fit, skill, attitude, right? Contract situation, how much you're going to cost in the future. All of these are factors that forced the Golden State Valkyries to pick the players. But again, who did they pick Temi Fagbenle over? Did they pick Temi over Smith? Probably not. So you have to think Smith was core. Did they pick her over Grace Berger? I'm not sure. Over Dantas? I'm not sure. Saxon? I'm not sure. Right? Same thing with Kay Martin. Who did they pick? Did they core Chelsea Gray? What about Kayla Thornton? Was Courtney Vandersloot? Was she cored? These are all questions. Naira Sabali, was she cored? These are all questions. These are all questions that I think we should get answers to, right? That I think we should get answers to. And that goes to our next point. This, from an ESPN WNBA tag team perspective, was a disaster. We got to be honest here. From a viewing standpoint, this was the best that they could do. This was the best they could do. Bring up 3 different individuals to act like Tyra Banks from America's Next Top Model and just read names one after another. They got E40. They got Baron Davis. E40 from Oakland. Baron Davis from the We Believe Golden State team. Born and raised in California. I mean, who cares? Who cares about who you have announcing? Where's the commissioner? Where's the commissioner? Kathy Angle Brain, you know what? Where are you at? Right? Where's the coach? Where's the GM? We had a quick little interview with the coach. Nothing from the GM. Nothing from the president. This was just Elle Duncan and Andrea Carter and Rebecca Lobo kind of freestyling. Throwing shit at a wall, hoping it sticks. I know I like to come down hard on Elle Duncan and Andrea Carter from time to time. This one's not on them. If this is what ESPN and the WNBA went to the drawing board and came back with, they just need to run the play. This was bad. There's only so much that they could have done. Right? I liked Andrea Carter, Elle Duncan, Shanae Ogwumike. I liked them during the Final Four run. During March Madness last year, I enjoyed them. I thought that they were really good. I was entertained. So they have it in them to carry a show, but this was just bad. They were useless here. This whole entire production was useless. Golden State Valkyrie should have just came out with a nice hype video releasing players' names. Right? A nice hype video releasing players' names. If we're not going to see a pool of players that they have to choose from, if we, as the viewing audience, isn't going to be able to, in our minds, have conversations with ourselves or with other people out here on social media, your friends, your family, right, in forums, Reddit, wherever, have conversations, hey, based on the 3 players that I just picked, right, here we are, right, Valkyrie, based on drafting Temi Fegbenle, Veronica Burton, and Monique Billings, who's of the players available, who's next? Who should I build my team around? Who should I go out and get? The fact that we didn't have any of that conversation, the fact that that opportunity was actually taken from us as fans, as viewers, was a shame. Again, it was just Tyra Banks, Next Top Model, just announcing names, who's a part of the Golden State Valkyrie. Definitely could have done a better job with that. Teams won't reveal who they protect in the expansion draft. As I mentioned, not good. Not good. I understand the drama. You don't want players to know. I'm speaking solely as a fan and as a viewer. I want to know. I want to know what every team did, who they cored, who they didn't core. I want to know it all. The difference between this and an NBA draft, in an NBA draft, I have an entire pool of players I can see and say, is this a person to fit on this team? Yes or no, and why? Is this person to fit on this team? Yes or no, and why? We weren't able to do that today. We were not able to do that today. De'Arica Hamby, players are finding out in real time whether they were being cored or not. If you were drafted, clearly you're not cored. If you weren't drafted, you don't know. You can only assume. That also has to, looking at your front office, well, did you sign? Did you core me or did you not core me? Right? A little bit of gray area there. The unknown can do more harm than good, right? Instead of just knowing, no, we didn't core you. This is why. Let's talk about it. That can be a more favorable conversation as don't ask, don't tell. Hear no evil, see no evil. You have people complaining about it. WNBA not a serious league. How are players not told they're protected or not? Players finding out in real time just like us. This league, LOL. It is what it is. It is what it is. This was interesting, though. The Seattle Storm, they had nobody picked. Yet the Seattle Storm, with all their turmoil, with all their front office drama, players, Jewel Lloyd, all of that taking place, Golden State Valkyrie said, we'll pass on you guys. We'll pass. Appreciate you guys throwing a player in the mix, but we'll pass. We don't want anybody from that locker room on our team. At least that's what it said to me. At least that's what it said to me. This draft could have been something, but it was nothing. They could have really made this a production. They really could have made this a show. They really could have made this entertaining. They could have built suspense. They could have had great conversation. They could have introduced us to new players. Folks, we're hearing names. Some of us don't even know who these players are. Carla Leite. Some of us don't even know who she is. Ileana Rupert. Some of us have no idea. We could have had a conversation. We're jam-packing a draft into 30 minutes. We can't even sit and digest and talk about the players being drafted, what they accomplished, what they bring to these teams. This whole thing was a letdown. Are you guys feeling the same way? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Did you enjoy ESPN's WNBA draft presentation? And what do you think about this Golden State Valkyrie roster? What is their record? 10-34. 20-24. 15-29. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate all the support. Please like the video if you enjoyed today's content and subscribe to the channel. I will greatly appreciate it. As always, take it easy.